I was a police officer in the NYPD for 20 years. When I worked there, I became friends with a lot of movie stars that lived in a building on my beat. And I met Mike Nichols, and we became friends. And one day he asked me, he says, "How would you like to be in the movies?" And I said, "I'm not an actor." And he said, "Well, we'll make you one." So then he got me an interview with Paramount Pictures for The Godfather. I went down to the Paramount building. I was interviewed by the casting director, and she said, what makes you think you can act? I says, "I'm a cop. We're the best actors in the world. We're doctors. We're lawyers." And she said, "You're right." And they gave me a small role in The Godfather. Yes, I was with the Kojak series. What happened was, in 1976, the Kojak series was actually filmed in California for all those years. And in 1976, they decided to come to New York and film in New York for a whole year. Telly Savalas was the most popular actor in those years. So the producers went to the police department. They spoke to the commission. They said, "We need a police officer who could be Telly's bodyguard and also know something about movies." And they said, "We have the right guy for you." And I was assigned that. So I stayed with Telly for a whole year, and I did a couple of roles in the Kojak series. And he said to me, "When can you retire?" I said, "I can retire in 2 months." So he said, "You come out to California, you got a job." I went out to California, and I went to work for him, and then I was with the Kojak series, and I was technical advisor for the series also, one of them. Yeah. I got casted in New York, not California. And the casting director just called me and said, "Joe, I have a role for you." And I says, "All right, what is it?" She says, "You're going to be working in this movie, Ghostbusters." I actually thought it would be a small role, you know, like almost like an extra or something. But then it turned out to be the role that I did. And with the line it's incredible all over the world. You know, we had the 40th anniversary in New York. And people called me actually or text me from the UK, Ukraine, Italy. And they said they would come to the 40th anniversary, and they did. They came over to me. In fact, one constable from London actually gave me a police shield and a hat device, yeah.
My friend, don't be a jerk.
Step aside.
If he does that again, you can shoot him.
You do your job, pencil neck. Don't tell me how to do mine.
Thank you, officer.
Shut it off!
We shot, I believe, 2 days in New York where the exteriors were shot. Then they flew me to California. And we did about 4 or 5 days in California, so we were close, you know, working together every single day. It was fun. Yeah. An offer I couldn't refuse. And I used that line because that was my first show, you know, and also was the offer from Mike Nichols and the offer from Telly Savalas, so that's why I call it that book.